You'd better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team from the American, the East Carolina Pirates, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Under fire. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Turning it on. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The Pirates look to keep this drive humming. Handoff to the lone back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the board.
It's a reverse. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And wide receivers are doing this more and more in college football. You see a motion and shift all over the place. They give them the football a lot. Sometimes they use them as a decoy, but nice positive game. But more importantly, defense understanding they're ready for it. Good stop.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Get all you can, then get down with the slide.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And the Pirates have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball on the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. We got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Russ. Touchdown, ECU! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Caught near the sticks. It's Harvin. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
That's a 3rd down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So 3rd down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Still on his feet at the 45. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds you, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the 2nd level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, then he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Makes it past the marker. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Man, you got to love the offense coming out with a plan. They're going to feed their running back. Great job featuring him. Great job setting the physical tone, and they punched this defense right in the mouth and already got them back on their heels.
He leaves it with his back. Plows through the defense. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pick up and a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and East Carolina has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Running back searching for a hole. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Got it, looking for the first down. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Looking downfield on first down. Plucks it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early, saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
He wants to throw it again. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. The official says no good, and they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Called it, finds his man on the left.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Russ. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Pirates will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Looks it in at the 40. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. On the run, it's Harvin. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. From the gun. Fires to the big fella. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating.
Fires deep toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Pirates! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get, at minimum, tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Northern Illinois has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Husky Stadium. They're up by 7 over the Red Hawks of Miami. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know that.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got the tight end. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Lost, the defense is wide open. Speeding down the left side. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw. Buys a little extra time. And he makes the grab in the back of the end zone, but the officials are all over it, signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Touchdown, Tiger! Fit it in the window for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half. get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bringing it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The corners are walked up tight. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Grab near the marker. It's Osborne. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to
catch inside the 30 and still running. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Fires toward the end zone. Fires it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got his man quickly. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Pirates are in the hurry up. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. A run for the quarterback. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Pirates trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Purple Pirates!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So an 82-yard drive there. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on first down. Time to take a shot. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. If coveting is a sin, why One team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the East Carolina Pirates, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Pirates will get us started with the opening kickoff. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Harvin. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Gets open down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires left. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Gives it on the option. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He caught it, running through contact. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Russ. Into the end zone. Touchdown, East Carolina.
Dan, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are
going for it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that